Science. Just farted in my bowl.
Here's the thing about being a parent, right? Being a parent is hard. We live in a 52 square meter tiny house, 560 square feet. That's our house. 5 bedrooms and an office. We also have 4 kids. My partner and I, Zareen, have 4 kids between us. We have them week on, week off. Invention is born of necessity. Right? I think that's what I said. Some smart person said that. Someone else said that. I didn't say that. Being a parent is exhausting. I don't want to be exhausted at the end of every day. I want the kids to do what they're told when they're told. I don't want to be saying the same thing over and over and over again, and it wears down my shower karaoke voice. Because we have so many kids in this small area, we've had to come up with some pretty creative ideas for parenting. There's still days I reach for the wine a little too early, but, so many. But what if? How do I be the parent I want to be? How do I stop living right on the brink of exhaustion? Here are 7 life hacks to help you stay sane as a parent. It's so hard to stay sane as a parent. The cleaner. The cleaner works like this. If I see 2 things of yours are lying around, I'm going to pick them up and put them in your room, and then you are going to become the cleaner. It is now your job to tidy away everyone else's mess that they leave in the common area. And the way you get out of being the cleaner is if you find 2 things of someone else's and you put them away, that other person then becomes the cleaner. So the kids are like, whoever is the cleaner is racing around trying to find other things that the kids have left, either out on the deck or in the lounge in the kitchen. They find them, they put them away, the other person becomes the cleaner. So it becomes like a competition, like no one wants to be the cleaner, but you can easily catch someone else out if they've left their stuff out. So someone might be doing some drawing or colouring or whatever, and then they put their stuff down and run around and play outside. That stuff is now being left in the common area. The person who's the cleaner can come and pick that up, put it in that person's room, and then go tell that other person that they are now the cleaner, and the kids love it. They hate being the cleaner, but they like catching their siblings out. Now what happened to us is we got one kid who doesn't mind being the cleaner and leaves their stuff out more than everyone else. So to deal with that, came up with an extension of the rule. If I see your stuff lying around, I'm going to pick it up, put it in a box, and you're not going to get it for the week. This is one of the main ones I've shared with other parents, and they're like, oh my god, it's so good! And I'm like, I know, it's so good! So use it, abuse it, it works. I don't want to say the same thing to the children over and over again. I want to ask for something to be done, and I want it done. So, came up with a rule. If I ask one of the kids to do something and they complain at all, that then becomes their job forever. Go and unload the dishwasher. I don't want to. That is now your job forever. Should I add another job to that? No? Sorted. So now, say if it's the dishwasher, that is now the child's job to unload and load the dishwasher forever. It's not ever forever, because at some stage I'm going to get another kid and I'm going to ask them, can you go unload the dishwasher? If there is an ounce of complaint or hesitation, it then becomes their job forever. Now because we're a blended family and we have the kids... Hey Fly, I didn't ask you, you're not invited. Now because we're a blended family and we have the kids week on, week off, the forever thing has now become for the week, because by the time they get back here after the other week, I can't remember who was doing what. Right, I'm going for a drive. Okay, so a lot of people use the naughty chair or the thinking chair or the thinking step or whatever. I don't like to call like the naughty corner or the naughty chair, because quite often kids aren't being naughty. They're not like little poo pantsers who are just being naughty. Sometimes they are, but quite often it's just that they're tired or grumpy or whatever and they need time to think. So I call it the thinking chair, because I think psychologically for the kids it's probably better to just say, look, go have a think about it, rather than calling them naughty. I give 1 minute for every year. 7 minutes for a 7-year-old, 13 minutes for a 13-year-old. What can happen is that kids will stand there and complain about having to go have thinking time. And once again, I don't want to use up my singing voice on telling kids to do something. So to save my voice, I've just started counting. Say it's Jaya and she's 13 years old. So I'll start at 13 and I'll just start counting. 14, 15, 16, 17, 53, 54, 55. I've done this all the way up to an hour or 2. And I will make them sit on the step or wherever it is that I've asked them to sit until the time which I counted to is done. And then at the end of the time I will say, have you thought about what happened? If they are in a defiant space and go no, okay, another 13. And if they complain, start counting again. Door slamming. If you've got a door slammer in your family, here's a way to take care of that. A door's a privilege. If you slam your door, the door will be removed. So I've actually only had to do this once, and someone slams the door, your door has been removed. You know the rule. I originally thought, oh, I'll take your door off for a week. But then after a couple of days, I thought, I think they've learned their lesson, so I put it back on. So now I make it first offence, 2 days without a door, second offence, a week without a door. I don't want kids slamming their doors. It's rude, it's disrespectful, I understand you're upset, but it's not okay to slam doors. Some of you might have a Y kid. I was a Y kid. I've got a Y kid. A Y kid will never just do what they're told when they're told. There always has to be an argument involved with it. Now, this kind of person you can imagine as an adult is going to be brilliant. They're going to be amazing. They will never let anyone push them around. They will fight for what's there. They're brilliant. But as a child, really hard to discipline, really hard to parent the Y child. I will explain why I've said or done what I've done. If the whys keep on coming, I will now say, you've got a fantastic brain. I want you to go to your room and write down 10 different possible options as to why I have said what I have said. Then bring me the list of the 10 things and I will point to the one that is most accurate. Now I only just have to threaten that. Do you need to write down 10 reasons why I've said what I've said? And it stops a lot of arguing. It's really worked. So we've got a kid who is always getting up out of bed every night. You put them to bed and then they get up out of bed like 5-10 times to go to the toilet, to see what's going on, all of these things. And that does my head in a bit. How do I deter them from getting up every night? So the answer was this: get up as many times as you want, but every time you get up, you are going to have to go to bed 10 minutes earlier tomorrow night. So if you go to bed at 7:30 tomorrow night, you'll be going at 7:20. And if you get up again, then you'll be going to bed at 7:10 and then 7 and then 6:50. As early as it takes, as many times as they get up, keep on taking 10 minutes off for the night after. Trick is remembering the next night that they were going to bed early. But what do you do with bad language? Because here's an interesting thing. Kids use bad language. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. When they're older, I don't mind. But they're young, I don't want to hear the language coming out of their faces just yet. Used to be you had a bar of soap, wash your mouth out with soap and it was done, right? They got like all this pump soap these days, and I don't even know what's in the pump soap, or whether you should even put that in a kid's mouth, because it just seems like it'll probably kill them. So I put chili flakes, hot mustard and chili flakes on the toothbrush and wash the kid's mouth out with it. But it just wasn't satisfying as a parent. It's like, oh, it's over in a minute. How can I torment them a little bit more? Just wait 20 seconds. The lines that the kids have written, because the words that are coming out of their mouth aren't beautiful words. When I was at school, if you did something wrong, you had to write lines, like a page of lines, 2 pages of lines. This one says, I will use only beautiful, uplifting words. I will not blame others for my mouth. When I first gave these, one of my children hated them so much, he asked me to hit him rather than give him lines because his hand was hurting so much.
I don't want to do this. Okay, how many times will I get hit?
You'd rather be smacked?
How many times will you hit me?
I've never hit you, and I will
No,
never hit you.
no, tell me.
I wish I could hit you, but no, I don't actually. And then 3 of the kids had lines, and actually I got that on video. I will find that in the archives.
No, there's some lines for the swearing, even though I didn't swear.
So the kids have been given lines because they've been swearing, and you feel like you're missing out, so you want to do some lines too?
Yes. Okay,
enjoy. That's all I got. This is the end of it. Bye. Later, smelligators. Later, smelligators. How you going, Phoenix?
Terrible.
So you know you had to write one on each line, eh?